Good morning, everybody. My name's Luis Tañeto. I'm a marine biologist that works for the Nautilus Project. Does anyone know what a marine biologist is? No? Any guesses? Come on, be brave. No? A marine biologist studies animals in their environment. So a marine biologist studies the animals in their environment under the sea. Yeah? And that's what I do. I look at where they live. I look at how they live, what they eat, what eats them. The Nautilus Project is an educational outreach program which is designed to raise marine issues to people in Gibraltar. So we target schools primarily. The type of issues that we might raise are to do with plastics in the marine environment is one of the campaigns we're running at the moment. So, if you were swimming in the sea and you came across these two fins, how many of you reckon you'd be able to tell the difference between a dolphin and a shark? Yeah? You all reckon so? Okay. So, who reckons? The Nautilus Project was born with discussions that my wife and I were having in terms of the niche that was missing. In other words, there seemed to be a disconnect between local education, which is the way that people become aware of issues and know how to better look after things and be responsible for things, and the marine environment especially. The marine environment isn't particularly taught at schools, it's not normally part of the curriculum, and we felt that there was a niche within the curriculum to bring up these issues with children at school. Whale shark, good boy, good boy. And if you look very closely at this picture, can you see these lines going down its body? Does anyone know what that is? Gills, excellent. So, sharks breathe air, the air that is in the water, and they do that by passing the water through their gills. Okay? It means they can stay under the water the whole time. They don't need to come to the surface. This is a dolphin. This is the bottlenose dolphin. What's that at the top? We basically have in terms of the course structure, we have a number of courses aimed, focused on Gibraltar, on the animals that we've got within our coastline. The idea is that there are a number of talks for that. So we do a coastline series which looks at the specific habitats that we've got around Gibraltar and the animals that we're going to find there. So starfish, echinoderms, holothurians, things like that. We also do a broader, for the younger children, a broader topic, sharks versus dolphins, which I mentioned before, and that looks at morphology. It looks at the different organs that the animal has and how they use those organs and how that affects their lifestyle. But the idea behind it is to get children thinking about the marine environment and how, and that should lead on to how our actions would affect it. All the courses are tailor-made to the school's requirements. The work is all voluntary, and we aim at serving all the schools from about year 3 right the way up to comprehensive, although to date we've mostly focused on primary schools. Our programs focus primarily on schools and raising marine educational issues. We talk to schools, the children in the schools, about the animals on our coastline, about their habitat, with a view to adding a school trip to the beach where they actually get to meet and engage with those animals. So we do some private tours as well, where families can come and have that experience too. Ghost Crawler is one of the programs that we have in order to engage both schools and private tours to go to the shore and actually take a real good look at what there is there and you know, touch it and feel it, because a lot of education today focuses on what's in a textbook, and in real life it's not all about what's in a textbook. It's about living the world and feeling and experiencing the world, and this is part of the disconnect I was talking about before, where because we do so much education through books, there's that loss of a connection with the marine environment. We run a catch and release program. So for more adventurous types who might want to go snorkeling, we can actually take them on a snorkeling trip where they can see the animals in situ. And see how they live and where they live. For people that don't like getting in the water quite as much, we run the catch and release program, where I will go into the water and pick up animals of interest, and then we will get them to the shore or to the boat, and have the public interact with those animals and hold them. It's often very interesting to watch children's reactions to it, because a lot of these animals they might not have seen before, other than in a book, and the interaction is fantastic. But that being said, it's really important to stress that these animals are respected, and I make the full efforts to restore them exactly to where I found them.
It does. Do you know why? What, do you know what shark it was?
This is off a beach in India. Okay, if you have a look at this picture, would you want to go swimming in that? Can you even see the water there? No, it's not nice. It's one of the most polluted beaches in the world. Okay, fortunately, they're taking it upon themselves to clean it up, and there are campaigns ongoing all the time, and the situation has improved quite a lot since that picture. But to give you an idea, the whole world produces 300 million tons of plastic every year. Okay, for me that's just a mind-blowingly large number. Part of what I was talking about with respect to engagement or disengagement from the environment, I think goes hand in hand with not purposefully, but with that disrespect towards the environment. You know, we don't think through the consequences of our actions towards the environment. And so we are running, at the moment, we're running a plastic bag petition and microbeads petition. These are plastic products that are in the ocean, that we're putting in the ocean, and are having some really serious consequences on the environment, not just in Gibraltar, but globally. And I think that it's important that children especially realize the effects that we're having, because with that knowledge, through education, they're going to be in a position to correct those issues in generations to come. It's not just about the educational side of it. With the Nautilus Project, we actually engage in doing the cleaning up as well, and so we've organised trips where we go and we clean up a section of coastline, either from the land or on a boat trip. It's good to get children engaged with the responsibility of cleaning it up. If you're engaged in cleaning something up, then you're less likely to throw it in the sea in the first place. These are some of the plastic items that end up in the sea. So if you look at your normal plastic bag when you go shopping, yeah? If one of those plastic bags ends up in the sea, it'll biodegrade in about 10 or 20 years. Okay? Does anyone know what biodegrade means? The name came from Nautilus, anything nautical, but also the Nautilus is Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, is the submarine there. So it all came together quite nicely.